Fallout Season 2, Episode 2, The Golden Rule, looks like a quiet detour at first. A slow, almost intimate road episode built around conversation, moral tension, and survival on foot. But by the time it ends, it becomes clear that this is one of the most important episodes of the season. Not because of its action and not because of its spectacle, but because it exposes the single biggest flaw in Lucy's worldview and introduces a faction that exists solely to exploit that flaw. This episode is not about a hospital, a rad scorpion, or even Caesar's Legion. It's about what happens when vault morality collides with a world that has already decided morality is optional. At this point in the season, Lucy, Cooper, and Dogmeat are back on the road, heading toward New Vegas in search of Hank. Lucy is still trying to fix Cooper along the way, believing that if she can soften his attitude, maybe he can reconnect with his family without pushing them away. To Lucy, people aren't broken beyond repair. They're just misunderstood, traumatized, or afraid. Cooper, however, has lived long enough to know that the wasteland doesn't misunderstand people. It reveals them. And this fundamental difference in worldview becomes the backbone of the episode. When Lucy hears a woman screaming for help inside a ruined hospital, the entire story pivots around that sound. To Lucy, it's not a question. Helping isn't a choice. It's an obligation. She believes in the golden rule with almost religious conviction. Do unto others as you would have done unto you. Cooper immediately recognizes the danger. He doesn't hear a victim. He hears bait. His warning is blunt, almost cruel. Empathy is like mud. You step into it, and you lose your shoe. Lucy ignores him and walks inside anyway, forcing Cooper and Dogmeat to follow because despite everything, Cooper still won't let her die alone. Inside the hospital, the tension sharpens. Two injured people lie there, a man and a woman, both wearing tunics that feel strangely out of place in the wasteland. Cooper instantly knows what they are, and his reaction is telling. He doesn't panic, he doesn't explain. He simply tells Lucy not to waste resources. That silence speaks volumes. Lucy, as always, sees bleeding people, not symbols or factions. She gives water to the woman and moves to help the man, convinced that this is how the world gets better, one act of kindness at a time. Then Cooper kills the man. The moment is shocking, but it isn't random, and it isn't cruelty for cruelty's sake. To Cooper, this isn't murder. It's triage. The wasteland doesn't allow you to save everyone. You decide who's already dead, who's dangerous, and who's worth the cost. When Cooper begins eating the man's flesh, Lucy is horrified, convinced that she's just witnessed proof of everything wrong with him. But Fallout never lets moral outrage sit comfortably. Cooper starts gagging and spits the flesh out. It's poisoned. This isn't coincidence. It's a lesson. In the wasteland, even food lies to you. The poison comes from a giant rad scorpion and its offspring, turning the hospital into a death trap disguised as sanctuary. Dogmeat senses the danger before anyone else and bolts, leaving Lucy and Cooper to face the consequences of staying. When the rad scorpion attacks, both Cooper and the tunic-wearing woman are stung. Cooper survives by force. Lucy survives by choice. With only one stimpak left, Lucy has to decide who lives. She chooses the woman. This is the most important moment of the episode. Lucy doesn't make the wrong choice by her standards. She makes the wrong choice for this world. She knows Cooper can survive without the stimpak. She believes strength justifies sacrifice. She promises to come back for him after reuniting the woman with her people. In Lucy's mind, this isn't abandonment. It's moral prioritization. But Fallout doesn't care about intent. It only cares about outcomes. As Lucy escorts the woman through the woods, the tone begins to shift. The woman grows distant. Her warnings become vague. She repeatedly tells Lucy to go home. Lucy interprets this as trauma or fear, not caution. This is where her vault upbringing betrays her. Lucy believes gratitude looks like trust. In the wasteland, gratitude often looks like restraint right before the trap closes. Lucy keeps going. She loses sight of the woman and presses deeper into unfamiliar territory, convinced that finishing the good deed matters more than personal safety. When she finally reaches the camp, the truth reveals itself without fanfare. A red flag bearing a white bull, men in Roman-inspired armor, order, discipline, numbers. Lucy hasn't rescued a victim. She's delivered herself to Caesar's Legion. This is where Fallout Season 2 stops pretending to be gentle. Caesar's Legion is not just another raider group. They are ideology given flesh. Founded by Edward Sallow, who renamed himself Caesar, the Legion models itself after the Roman Empire, believing that absolute control is the only path to human survival. They conquer tribes, erase identities, enslave populations, and replace chaos with order. Brutal, efficient order. They don't see themselves as villains. They see themselves as the future. And the uncomfortable truth is that they survive not despite their brutality, but because of it. Lucy's capture isn't just a plot twist. It's a philosophical reckoning. Everything she believes in is incompatible with the Legion's worldview. Equality is weakness. Mercy is waste. Individual choice is disorder. By saving the woman, Lucy didn't expose the Legion's cruelty. She exposed her own vulnerability. This is exactly why Cooper warned her. In the wasteland, kindness doesn't inspire loyalty. It advertises softness. The introduction of Caesar's Legion also confirms that Season 2 is fully committing to the New Vegas Civil War storyline. Just like in Fallout New Vegas, multiple factions are converging on the Mojave, each offering a different vision for the future. The Legion represents control through fear. Others will represent bureaucracy, technology, or profit. New Vegas isn't just a city, it's a prize, and whoever controls it controls the narrative of what civilization becomes next. In the games, Caesar's Legion can win. Under their rule, the Mojave becomes stable. Safe roads, no raiders, no anarchy, but that stability is built on chains. Slavery becomes infrastructure. Order replaces freedom. It's one of Fallout's darkest endings, and also one of its most functional. By introducing the Legion this early, the show signals that it isn't afraid to explore those uncomfortable truths. Meanwhile, Cooper, injured, left behind, and proven right, stands as the living embodiment of Fallout's core lesson. He isn't heartless, he's adapted. He understands that survival in this world requires choosing who you save and who you don't. Lucy believes kindness can rebuild the world. Caesar's Legion believes the world must be broken first. And Cooper exists in the space between those beliefs long enough to know that neither comes without blood. By the end of the episode, Fallout Season 2 has made its position clear. Morality without consequence is fantasy. Empathy without awareness is a liability. Lucy's kindness isn't a shield. It's a provocation, and Caesar's Legion is exactly the kind of faction that answers kindness with chains. New Vegas isn't where these beliefs coexist. It's where they collide. In conclusion, Fallout Season 2, Episode 2 isn't just another road trip detour, it's a moral crucible. Lucy's attempt to do good exposes the harsh truth of the wasteland. Kindness can be deadly, and ideology can be lethal. Caesar's Legion isn't just a threat to our characters, it's a warning to the audience that the choices they admire in Lucy may carry consequences far beyond what they expect. Survival in the Mojave doesn't reward virtue. It rewards awareness, adaptability, and sometimes ruthless pragmatism. If you want to see how Lucy and Cooper navigate Caesar's Legion and what the fate of New Vegas will be, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell, because we're breaking down every moral dilemma, faction clash, and fallout consequence as the season unfolds. Stick around, because in this wasteland, no choice is safe and every decision matters.